Joining me now is Dr. Jochen Eickholt. He is a member of the executive Siemens Energy. Dr. Eickholt, welcome. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us live in our hub.
Thank you very much.
The first question that I'd like to ask you is, of course, the theme of this year's BETD is decarbonization. Now, Siemens Energy may be new to the stock exchange, but it's an established company that has long had a focus on fossil fuel power generation. So, what can you contribute to the topic of decarbonization?
Well, I think quite a lot. Starting a little bit with our own and most recently defined policy, we would like to become climate neutral in our own operations until 2030. And we also want to make sure that the electricity we use is going to be green by 2023. Perhaps more interestingly, the portfolio we have is already quite decarbonized. More than 50% of our portfolio is green in that sense. We have to understand in this context that we are the majority shareholder of Siemens Gamesa, and Siemens Gamesa Renewable Energies is one of the leading suppliers of wind solutions. We are the number one in the global markets offshore, and we are in most other areas either a number two or a number three. So I believe we are quite prominently positioned, and offshore, in our view, is increasingly relevant for the future. We also have a strong pillar of our company based on the transmission technologies. Transmission technologies are about switching, non-switching products and in the voltage arena. And it's clear from our perspective that this transmission technology will be increasingly important because the distance between energy generation and energy consumption will be increasing and sometimes also will be changing over time. So transmission has a very important role. In this context, it's also relevant that we are not only discussing the transmission of energy as such, but we also have to care about the stability of the grid. And in this context, right now, I'm actually here joining in the session from Mülheim in Germany. We have signed a cooperation with one of our customers on the development of new grid stabilization technologies. So that will be of highest relevance for us. But also then in the more fossil elements of our portfolio, times are changing. We are focusing on green technologies mostly when it comes to the portfolio which we have in industrial applications, as we call it, so process technologies, but gas. There, electrification and carbon-free or decarbonizing technologies play a vital role. And with that, this is an offer which can be compliant with the requirements of our customers, such as BP or Shell or Total or BASF or others. And then we still have the field of conventional power generation. Please bear in mind that we still, in the context of energy transition, have the switch from coal to something else. And in this context, we have to understand that the change is massive. In Europe alone, it's going to be 160 gigawatts or so. And this has to be happening at short time frames. And therefore, we still understand clean and cleaner gas technologies for power generation also as the answer to that. So in total, our portfolio is already quite clean and will become even cleaner in our sense in the near future.
Thank you very much, Dr. Eickholt. What you've talked about is more or less the status quo, but what's next? What future technologies are you counting on? We haven't even talked yet about hydrogen or power to X yet.
No, thanks. That's a good keyword. Many sectors, many industrial sectors still rely on fossil fuels like transportation or shipping, aviation. And in our view, in the future, that will change. Power to X will make the transition also there possible. And in many cases, that has to do with either hydrogen or technologies and fuels related to that. For instance, synthetic fuels. We currently are heavily engaged in projects like in Aruni, that is a site in Chile. And there we have a setup where from renewable sources in the end of the day, synthetic fuels are going to be, it's a little bit of a prototype project because some of these technologies are still about to be scaled up, but it's working such that the renewable sources will provide the energy for electrolysis in order to then kind of split the water into its components, and also with the help of additional compression and gas compression technologies, CO2 will be separated from the air in order to, in the end of the day, form, together with green hydrogen, synthetic methanol. In the pilot phase, we plan to produce some 130,000 liters of e-fuels, such early as 2022. Perhaps not that significant so far, but in 2024, we plan to have that 55 million liters of e-fuel. And in 2026, we plan that to be 550 million liters of e-fuel. So in our perspective, this is clearly one demonstrating project with quite a commercial background, which makes us understand where the journey is going. And we believe there will be also similar projects like this in the future.
Thank you very much. I've got a third question for you. Globally, we're seeing intense discussions about the right technology. Could you briefly let me know which technology or technologies you think will prevail?
Well, that's certainly one of the most difficult questions. We believe the future is going to be slightly more complex than the past was. In the past, you had a kind of power there and some energy consumption to the power plant. That will change. But when it comes to the setups, we tend to believe that the concept of an urban region, or in most cases an urban region, plays a role where we have a combination of various kinds of technologies. We will have renewables like photovoltaics, but also wind, helping with the provision of renewable energy, green energy in that sense. We will have the application of gas turbines, which are then run not on natural gas as it is perhaps today, but there will be a fueling with the help of hydrogen, which may go up to 70 or 80 or 100%, depending a little bit also on the commercial conditions there. We will have to apply certain storage technologies. Heat is going to play a central role in many areas. Electrical power is used to generate heat, and therefore we feel that, for instance, when it comes to the heat needed for domestic households, clear concepts around district heating will play a much bigger role than in the future. So the picture is complex. It's going to be about individual solutions for regions which are in discussion. Also, that is true for industrial sites. And in our perspective, it is of utmost importance that you have the choice of those technologies and can apply the technologies individually and as needed at the point in time when it's needed. So it's a mix. Unfortunately, no simple answer really is possible.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eickholt, for your insights into this very complex theme. I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you very much for joining us live today.